Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports. Thanks for joining us here on Thursday nights with 912 Sports. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the sponsors of our show tonight. I want to thank Coastal Pines Technical College, Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with Crossway Realty, Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, Prime South Bank, and Gibson Animal Clinic. And joining us now is the head coach of the Applin County Pirates, Coach Rick Tomberlin. Coach, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Sean. Good to see you this morning, pal.
Yeah, appreciate you being on the show here tonight, Coach. You guys got a huge game coming up this Friday night there at Jimmy Swain Stadium in Baxley. The one, Coach, really everybody's had circled all year long. I mean, this is a game that we were talking about back in the summer. We felt like, was pretty sure it was going to come down to you and Pierce, and that's exactly where we are. Pierce comes into the contest, I think, 7-1 on the season. 3-0 in the region. You guys are undefeated in the region, and this one, as they say, Coach, is for all the marbles. Winner will be the region champ. After Friday night, puts you in a number one seed, guarantees you the first home game in the playoffs. Of course, if you win, you get the second home game in the playoffs. So a lot of stuff on the line here for Friday night. But Coach, you guys have just been playing lights out all year long. Like I said, undefeated. With some really big wins over some big programs. So let's go back and take a look at your team and talk about some individuals that's helped you guys get there to that undefeated point.
Well, I'll be glad to. And it's been a great year. I guess it's been a tough year.
It has.
With all the COVID issues, and we've had 2 cancellations, and I think we would have had a chance to, I think would have been the favorite in those 2 games. I'm not saying we would have won, but would have been the favorite. And, we almost daily hold my breath thinking, okay, who's going to call and who's going to be exposed and sent home, and never had to deal with anything. Being a high school athlete, being a high school coach, whether you're assistant or head coach, is a tough job. And it's, you got to juggle a lot of things. And I think the whole COVID issue has just complicated it that much more. And I can say the same thing for all the teachers, administrators as well. But I think when you're in competition, when you're in team competition, it really keeps your success or failure in the balance somewhat. And so we've had to deal with that. But I'm real proud of our coaches and our players. Another media source asked me, what was our key? I said, well, I hired well. I got good coaches. I got really good assistant coaches that work a lot of hours, and they really want to win. And our players, I think, have started to buy into, what we want. Unfortunately, they had 2 previous coaches when I got there pretty fast. And, we had to, I think every coach has a different philosophy, a different way of doing things, and want to build a certain culture. And we wanted to do that. And I'm kind of old school. We want to ground it in we want to develop our athletes. We want to get them in the weight room and help them get bigger, faster, stronger, quicker, tougher. We want them to understand we don't miss practice. We're never late for practice. We're going to play with a little bit of pain, and not going to play with injury, but we'll play with a little bit of pain. We're going to ask you to be a little uncomfortable and do without some things. And, I think they're starting to buy into that. And most of them have really bought into that. But I'm proud of a lot of our players. I'm going to start at a place, I guess, Sean, that most people wouldn't think. This young man exemplifies what being an Applin County Pirate's all about. A young man named Toby Taylor, a right guard for the Applin County Pirates, an offensive lineman. Couldn't have a better attitude. I don't know that I've ever had a tougher football player play for me. Plays hurt. He's a physical collision player. He's been sent home twice for COVID issues and just gnawing his nails down trying to get back. He's been sent home for 28 days, first semester.
Wow.
Twice he's been sent home. Neither time he was exposed. Neither time he even have COVID. But he's come back with a great attitude, and we've almost had to keep him away. But he's played well, and he's one of the best, most physical linemen that I think I've ever had. Another young man that really exemplifies our program that I'm very proud of is number 8, a senior linebacker, Tyrell Gibson. Tyrell is bought in. He had surgery in January. He had torn a labrum and played hurt with it 3 or 4 weeks at the end of the year and hung in there with us. We went through some real tough times there when we lost to Pierce last year. He hung in there, team player, and played basketball, diving out on the floor, re-injured his labrum, had to have surgery. And he came back with a passion in the weight room and has turned out to be one of our very best leaders. And he plays a linebacker on defense. He was Defensive Player of the Year in our region last year.
Wow.
So that'll tell you something about him. And really good. I'm real proud of Sherrod Roberts. Sherrod is number 3. He's a senior tailback, plays inside linebacker. He's done everything I've asked him to do. Been at every practice, been on time every day. He works, he leads, he works in the weight room. Very, very proud of what he's done. And, you go and look at some of our stats. We don't have blow you away individual stats. I saw where Sherrod was our leading rusher, and he had, just under 600 yards. But we've got about 6-7 guys that are in that anywhere from 250 to 600 yards,
Right.
And, our quarterback, Jeremiah Holmes, number 4, has done a really good job. He has run our offense, managed the game well, and, he is really fast. He goes to state every year in track, and a very good leader, got a very good command of what we want on offense. And he wants to win. He wants to be good. So I'm very, very proud of him too. And I could go on and on. Those are just some guys that jumped to the forefront. I've got a young man, another offensive tackle named Lee. I'm thinking of Lane Hutchison. I'm thinking of the guy who played for me several years ago. But Lane Hutchison that has had a hurt back for 4 or 5 weeks now, grits his teeth and gets through practice and gets to the game and plays, and we have to ice him and help him and everything. He's number 55, a senior offensive tackle. So those are the guys I like to think and others that we're trying to build this foundation up. And like I said, we've got really good athletes. Darius Smith's been offered by everybody. Hey, Florida State offered him night before last. Georgia's offered him.
I know that made your heart feel good.
Oh, yeah. I told the coach from Florida State, I said, man, you're talking to a Florida State Seminole. And he said, oh, I know that. But anyway, Darius, Darius is special. I don't know what can you say. He's 6'6", 231, special talent. And, he draws a lot of attention. He's about a foot taller than everybody out there, so it's easy to find him, And, he's matured, he's worked, again, never late, always there, passion about training, getting better in the weight room and getting better at practice. And, he's learning his craft. He's trying very hard to get better at playing football. We ask him to play on both sides of the ball. We think he can be good on both sides of the ball. And, he has done that, and we're proud of him. Another really good athlete that a lot of people that follow us see is Keyshawn Walker. Keyshawn changed his number. He was number 1. Now he's number 6. So I have to think hard there sometimes. I think he's one of the most. And Pierce has got some great ones. Other teams have got some great ones. But I think he's one of the most electric players in the region. One of the faster players in the region. Punt returner, kickoff returner, plays in secondary, can play receiver, can play quarterback. And Keyshawn's learning. I think for him, he's always been very talented. And I think through middle school, and, he was probably the fastest guy out there and could show up and do things real well. He's had to learn. You got to work now. There's other good players out there. There's a lot of good players out there. You got to work. And, he's still learning that, and he's coming on. He's a good player. He's been hurt. We were a little concerned. He had a pretty significant Achilles injury, and he's battled through it with rehab and that type of thing. So he's ready and available, but he hasn't played in 2 or 3 weeks. Heck, none of us have. We had an open date, and then we had Brantley County canceled on us due to COVID issues. And so we had back-to-back open weeks. And, you got to try to find the silver lining in everything you're dealt. And, we believe, it's like Herschel Walker said, that if you work hard, it's going to be hard to beat. And I'm going to tell you now, Sean, I don't know what's going to happen Friday night, but we've really, really, really worked hard. And I'm sure Pierce is
right. Well, Coach, one of the things that I was noticing was, and you guys, everybody knows that here we go. Everybody knows that you guys are, you're a ground and pound football team. You run the ball a lot. That's going to be your bread and butter. But I was surprised to see you guys have 8 touchdowns through the air this year. Talk a little bit about that passing game, and I guess is it a case of you guys lulling everybody to sleep, expecting to run, and you hitting some big plays, or you just calling the right pass play at the right time, or how's that come about for you guys this year?
Well, we really want to throw it more than we have.
Mm-hmm.
You're always guarding what you say. You don't ever know. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything. We had, we had a couple of games where we played our JV in the second,
right,
and didn't throw.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a couple of games where we've had a pretty substantial score at halftime, and we just kept the ball on the ground and let some younger kids play. So some of that is due to, I saw what they said we had 25 completions. I think if you go back and look at some of our real competitive games, we threw it a little more. I know against Westside Macon, who I think is a pretty good team. They were playoff last year. I think we threw for 205 yards,
right,
something like that. So we're a run team. Hey, listen, we're not going to apologize about it.
Right.
We're going to run it. And, we want to be physical. We want to protect the ball. We want to play great defense, and we want to run the football, but we want to throw it on our terms. And, I've always thought the toughest pass to defend was a play-action pass, and then, we've got, our others that we go to, we work it every day. I mean, I'm telling you, we work it like crazy every day, but we're proud of our running game. We've executed it well. This offense that we run, I've run for 30, 35 years. Now, we tweak it a little bit here and there. And Coach Poyne said our offensive coordinators helped me an awful lot, and contributed, as has our other coaches. So it's a team effort. But, we're proud that we got 8 touchdown passes. Like to have a few more, but in some of those cases, I think we would have had it not been for, the matchups we had and that type thing. But very proud of our defense, that's for sure.
Right. Well, Coach, you guys have got Pierce coming in this Friday night. Like I said, region championships on the line. Talk a little bit about what you're going to see from Pierce County when they show up. I think they're kind of pretty much in that same vein. They like to run the ball as well, but they've got a 4-year starter there at quarterback. But talk a little bit about what you expect from the Bears on Friday night.
Well, they remind me of us a lot. They like to run the ball. They're getting 2 tight ends, which is, I think, us and Pierce are about the only teams that do that. Maybe the rest of the team should follow suit, right? We're pretty successful. But they, I love what they do. They play great defense. They don't try to be real fancy. They just great fundamentals. They tackle well. They run to the ball, play downhill. They got good players. Their techniques are outstanding defensively. They play with a lot of pride. Offensively, their quarterback. It was kind of ironic. I came through Baxley 3 or 4, about almost 4 years ago now. Before the job had come up, before I talked to him about the job or anything, and then went over to Pierce County and visited Coach Strickland. And he said, I got a young quarterback I really like. I'd like you to meet him and talk to him. So I brought him out, and I said hello to him and gave him a little encouragement. I had no idea that I'd be coaching against him, But, it doesn't surprise me that he's a great player. I mean, he's a winner. He's a real competitor and a real winner, as is their young running back that runs really hard. And, their offensive line do a super, super job. Our guys talked about how they obviously spend a lot of time in the chute because they come out low and they maintain that angle and they move their feet real well. And they play physical and they're very, very tough. So, they've got a real good team. Coach Harron's done a real good job, as did Coach Strickland and his staff. And, Coach Jernigan, Joe, he's kind of one of mine. I was the head coach of the South All-Star team his senior year in high school. I'm telling my age now. And he was one of my guys, and we went up there and beat the heck out of the North. And so he's done real well and had 2 real good players, 2 boys that have played and done well. Brandon's a good friend. So, we're proud of our region. We think we've got 2 really, really good teams in the region. And we've got some other guys that are building. I know Tapnell's getting better. And Brantley, will surprise you. Brantley will battle you. They'll fight you. And Long, has some good athletes, and they'll battle in there too. So, we think it's a little top heavy right now, but Pierce we think they're one of the very best teams in AAA. We feel like we can beat them. We got a chance to beat anybody. And this game Friday, is going to be a state championship environment.
No, yeah.
Those of you out there, I think it will be packed, and I think that it'll be what high school football is all about.
Yeah, Coach, it's going to be a great atmosphere there in Jimmy Swain Stadium. I believe we talked before we came on air, plenty of tickets available. So if you're looking to go to that game, you can buy them at the gate Friday night. That's correct.
We will have some at the gate. We'd rather you buy them from the school.
Okay.
Pierce County's got some. We've got plenty. I think we sell them from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon at school. We'd really rather do it that way. We will have tickets at the gate. I think it's a little more convenient for everybody just if you could come by the school and do it or let us know. I should know this, Sean, but I don't. I'm not sure if we've got it set up on an online service.
Right. GoFan, I think what it is.
GoFan, yeah. I think it may be GoFan, but I heard had a call a little while ago. The gentleman said there was 200 people from Bacon County, from Alma, wanted to get tickets. So I think we're going to have, quite a few people around the area that want to come to the game. We got plenty of room, great stadium, great accommodations, concessions, plenty of parking. So come on, we're not going to limit anybody. Come on to the game, and you'll see two outstanding high school football teams play.
Yes, it's going to be a great one, Coach. Well, you guys, good luck on Friday night. At least the good thing about it is, hey, we know both of you guys are going to make the playoffs. Both of you are going to go in as a 1 or a 2, going to get to host a playoff game and probably make deep runs there in 3A. So, like I said, best of luck to you Friday night, and hopefully we'll talk to you down the road as we're talking about the second or third round of the playoffs.
Well, Sean, it's always a pleasure. Appreciate all you guys do. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We appreciate 912 Sports and what you do. I know you and I visited. You come to the office and said, I know you got a lot of things you could be doing, but you're passionate about this, and we appreciate that. And yeah, hey, listen, it's a great time of the year. I don't think you get a better value. People out there, come on to the game. If you have to stand, come on to the game, and it's going to be great.
You'll get your money's worth, I guarantee you. That's for sure.
I think so. I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I would be surprised if there was a blowout one way or the other. I think it's going to be a very tough, competitive four-quarter game. I think that's what you're going to see. But either way, we got to power up Pirates.
There you go. Coach, we appreciate you being here on Thursday nights with 912 Sports. We'll check in with you down the road. But that's Coach Rick Tomberlin, head coach at Appleton County Pirates. They got a huge game this Friday night right there at Jimmy Swain Stadium in Baxley as they'll be taking on the Pierce County Bears. And we'll be right back here on Thursday nights with 912 Sports after these messages. Thanks for watching.